text updates from my wife. Today was my daughter's first day of daycare.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Get pictures and stuff?
Not yet.
Oh, awesome. Did you get pictures of your child having a special moment? Almost forgot to smile. Whew, quick time event. He's a narcissist. He makes conversation in the interest of himself to make himself appear cool and chill. He responds very positively, very openly when you ask him about himself, not about his actions. Don't ask him about his actions.
Okay, Scott.
Still do right. You need coffee or anything?
I'm gonna go get him some food. He hasn't
Okay.
eaten
Just
so.
Joe, I'm just gonna search you, man. Make sure. Can you unzip that, or do you just want me to pat you down on the outside?
I mean, I'm kind of cold, so...
Well, don't take it off. Don't take it off.
Are your hands warm? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Despite the seemingly cordial exchange you just watched, 41-year-old Joseph Ferlazzo is at this point classified as extremely dangerous and unpredictable. And it's no coincidence the biggest officer at the Vermont State Police St. Albans Barracks was chosen to conduct this opening sequence of his interrogation.
Long night, huh?
Yeah.
Any knives on those keys?
Oh, you know what? There's like a little baby,
Oh, that? I just set that right there. We do this, you know, we always make sure anybody that comes in here doesn't have any knives or anything on them. Is that your wallet?
Yeah.
You set that there for me. We're just always, you know, hyper vigilant about everything.
Yeah.
So here, have a seat, make yourself comfortable.
I think Amy said she's going to get you some food. You said you were hungry?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, we'll work on
Let's
that.
see if we can get you. Thanks.
Food.
You,
He's asking for food.
What were you doing? Just going to the gas station?
Yeah.
She found you?
Yeah.
No way. Were you on the side of the road?
Yeah, I was walking to the gas station.
Chilling, huh? How you do this thing? That works too. Keep moving. Cool, man. That works.
Imagine for a moment being told to go into a room with a man who just viciously murdered his wife, but
You didn't tell us what he did until just now. You didn't tell us that, dude. He didn't say anything about that.
act as if he has done nothing wrong, as though he were a harmless stranger in need of assistance. Your outward demeanor must show no judgment, no suspicion, and certainly no fear. While maintaining such an artificial calm in front of such an unpredictable threat, many people would jump at the sudden clatter of metal from his pocket knife being tossed across the table. And while this officer reveals the smallest crack in composure from the sheer abruptness of it, he immediately blends into the moment and maintains the desired atmosphere.
Cool, man.
What you're seeing here from the officer is deception, 100% pure choreography, and a particular form of psychological maneuvering that just so happens to work perfectly with this individual's personality. Anytime Joseph tries to be funny or charming, the officer responds in the appropriate manner to protect his ego. You will notice he completely
Wait. Red circle.
The officer responds.
Green circle. What about me? Image. Add. And then, hold on. Filters. Color correction. Hue shift. I get a blue circle. All right, continue.
In the appropriate manner to protect his ego.
Oh.
You will notice he completely strips
Oh, thank you, Mod. Thanks. Okay.
the atmosphere of its gravity and ensures there is no tension or awkwardness in the exchange.
Mm.
The reason this works so well in this specific circumstance is because Joseph Ferlazzo, in our opinion, is a raging fucking narcissist.
That's true. That's true. You know what I'm learning, man? I gotta cuss less. If JCS was cussing all the time, it would never hit. I need to cuss less. It would make my words sharper. It would make my vernacular more hardened. I would be so compelling when I spoke if I didn't replace every other word with an F or a B or a F again. I understand I was told this growing up. I know that I was told this when I was growing up, but when you're a kid and a grown-up is talking, it's so... I already figured this out when I was 5 years old. Please stop talking. You are telling me nothing new. I am basically smarter than you because I am this age and you are that age, and you're telling me something that I already kind of know. So I'm literally the smartest person in this entire building right now. So I already know what sex is. It's when you put your butt on a girl's belly button and the baby goes in and she gets pregnant. Stupid.
Opinion is a raging fucking narcissist. He's so incredibly susceptible to the external validation from the officers that he genuinely seems to believe they've taken a strong liking to him, and that he's able to control the environment through his super chill, laid-back personality.
Scott the Waz.
To give you some context, Joseph will go on to plead not guilty to all charges. So let's briefly jump ahead 3 years to his trial, and hear in his own words how he supposedly ended up in this interrogation chair.
Please be seated, everyone. Does the defense wish to present a case, Ms. Jan?
Yes, thank you. We call Joseph for Lazo.
Okay.
Man bun.
Raise your right hand, please. Solemnly affirm that the evidence you shall give relative to the cause now under consideration.
So, Joseph, we're going to take things one subject at a time, okay?
Very good.
How are you feeling this morning?
Very nervous, very anxious, very tired. Yeah.
Okay. Reaches a point where you feel you need a break, let us know, please.
Yes.
The act he's trying to project here is that of a traumatized husband, a man who had no choice but to save his own life from an abuser. He frequently widens his eyes and performs these hard swallows to convey heightened vulnerability and emotional shock, gestures that appear semi-convincing during direct examination, but will completely fall apart under cross-examination.
So let's start with some easy information. Where were you born?
I was born in Pennsylvania, in Reading, Pennsylvania.
When did you move to Vermont?
I moved to Vermont in 2012.
Were you working as a tattoo artist at that time?
Yes, I was.
When did you meet Emily?
I met Emily in 2018.
And to be clear, we're talking about Emily Ferlazzo, who was your wife, right?
Yes.
How did you meet her?
Well, I had initially met her through her friend Lauren. I can't remember her last name. Lauren.
Lauren was an apprentice in his tattoo shop who one day brought in her best friend Emily for a piercing.
When she left, I made a comment to Lauren. I said that, I was like, that friend of yours is something special. I said I wouldn't mind making her my next ex-wife. Lauren laughed.
We got to pause on that note. Pardon? It's just locker room talk. True, Coin Socks. True. It's boys will be boys. But managers will be sexist to their female employees. They just will. I mean, hey, what are you going to do? You know? Like...
You didn't start dating her at that point, did you?
No. I think she was seeing somebody else, and I was seeing somebody else.
Emily returns to the shop to get a tattoo. He claims that she called him afterwards, whereas records indicate he was the one who called her.
She wanted to have more tattooing done. She's like, oh my God, like, I really love this tattoo, like, and now I want more. A week and a half, 2 weeks later, she's back getting more tattoos. I'm asking her how she's been in the last 2 weeks, how her tattoo healed. Her demeanor was different. She told me she had just broken up with her boyfriend. She dyed her hair a different color. She was extremely flirty. And I was receptive to that. I was like, wow, like, you really seem like pretty open today. Like, and I asked her if she wanted to go have a motorcycle ride and see a tour of some of Vermont.
And did she?
Yes, she did. Yes, we took a motorcycle ride that evening.
So after that night, when did you see Lauren, excuse me, I keep saying Lauren, Emily next?
The next day.
They hung out every day for the rest of the summer and eventually got married in October.
So, you were happy?
I was happy.
And did she seem to be
That
happy?
was fast.
Yes, she was.
And during these first few months of your relationship, what I've already asked you, you said it was euphoric and you were both happy, right?
Yes, that's right.
What's the matter? You're looking a little...
Yeah, I'm feeling very emotional right now.
What's bothering you?
I miss her.
Let me know when you're ready to start again.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm okay.
He claims the first several months of the marriage were happy before things started going downhill.
It led to, it led to violence and
explain what you mean
like
by
physical abuse started coming into our relationship.
The only evidence of physical abuse...
I'm pausing before Jim even says anything. When someone phrases it like that, physical abuse entered into our relationship. Oh, okay. He just like showed up at the door one day and he was like, you guys got room for a third? Like, what are you saying? Did you start hitting her or did she start hitting you? That's how you should lead. Physical abuse, just like hit you up on Facebook, ask if they could crash on your couch. Your girlfriend won't even notice I'm there.
The only evidence of physical abuse in their relationship was of him abusing her, which colleagues in their work circles had suspected was going on.
Where she would go through my phone and then respond by beating on me.
Was she saying anything to you while this was happening?
Yeah, you know, just really, she was really angry. So, you know, you're a fucking asshole. I don't want to. Do I have to swear? Do I have to
I want
quote?
you to say what she said.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she would say, you know, you're a fucking asshole. I can't believe you're still fucking talking to this bitch. And it was a friend of mine that I'd known for years, and I told
That you had sex with? That you like were friends with for a long time, you had sex with them one time, they turned down your future advances, and now you just keep them on the back burner type of friend? He was a good friend of mine. And I only fucked him like 3 times. 3 times in 5 years isn't a lot. We're still just friends.
her that I would stop being physical with this friend and that our relationship wasn't going to dissolve because we were friends since 2014. Like,
see, physical.
Was she angry?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was very angry. Yes, she was assaulting me.
She was mad that you married her and you were still communicating with your side hoe of 4 years. How does he frame it like this? This is insane. If you met her in 2018 and then you got married later that year after the summer you spent together in October, you have had this side hoe that you have been hooking up with for 4 years. You get married on a fucking whim and you don't let go of you're still texting them? Holy one-sided, dude, whenever you break up with someone, that story that they tell about you will be insane when you hear it back. When it finally makes its way back to your ears, it will sound who? Is this her? Is this me? This is about me? I'm the ex in this story? What?
So she was verbally angry.
Yes.
And physically
yes, ma'am.
hitting you.
Yes, physically.
And did you ever hit her back?
No, ma'am.
You never contacted the police about any of the times that she assaulted you.
The technical term for what you're seeing here is called drawing the sting. It's when the defense raises a damaging issue themselves before the prosecution can exploit it. And Joseph here seems to have practiced this one in the mirror a few times.
No, it's not their business.
Not their business. That's a motto that you live your life by, isn't it?
I'm an independent person. I'm a very private person. I don't want to dump my crap on other people.
They then got a dog, bought a camper van, and went to Bolton, Vermont for their 1-year wedding anniversary.
This was our first like road trip as a family. So it's very exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Emily too, she was in a good mood?
Yeah, she was super excited to take Rosie out, and she was stoked to meet Nikki and Ariel.
Nikki is his sister, and Ariel is her boyfriend, who they were meeting up with for the anniversary. The first night they got there, while alone together in the camper van, he claims Emily started becoming combative, saying the anniversary idea was terrible and the camper van was stupid.
So I was like, yo, like, maybe just like pour yourself a drink and relax.
He then takes the dog out for a walk and brings his handgun with him.
It has tritium sights on it, so you can see in the dark. And that was, I had seen some, what I believe to be coyote. I like shown a flashlight and I saw a couple sets of eyes in the dark, so Remington's a pretty small dog. And I just wanted to be able to protect her.
Magnificent valor.
When he gets back into the camper van, he claims Emily starts berating him about the candles he lit earlier being too bright.
And I said, it's not that bright, like, you could always just roll over. She got up and ran at me and grabbed one of the candles.
He claims that she begins attacking him with a candlestick.
Where?
She hit me in like my neck and head and in my arms. You know, I was like blocking. I had to restrain her. I had to like
Never date a tattoo artist who does their own tattoos. That is a narcissist. No one could draw on my body better than me. A guy who owns a tattoo shop and flirts with his customers is deliberately preying upon people going through very transitive states in their existence. People show up at tattoo shops with a pretty decently bad decision in mind. Let me get something all over my body and let me poke a hole through my skin. It is a form of ethically sourced and socially acceptable self-harm, getting a tattoo or getting a piercing. The people that show up and spend money on this self-harm are going through something. And the guy running the shop, active on the floor, flirting with customers, this is why he started this trade. This is why he got into this business. Because girls who are in the middle of getting piercings and tattoos just dyed their hair fucking purple and they just left their man of 3 years. Oh, let me... Speaking from experience, streamer, I have a long history of unknowingly attracting the BPD hoes, and much love to them, but from a safe distance. I have a very long history of somehow, all too often, I find myself, are you diagnosed with anything? Oh yeah, like, my psychiatrist said it's like borderline something. Oh, I thought we already talked about these things. I mentioned that I was a little ADHD. I thought I asked you about yourself. Oh. And then she's like, so do you want to hang out like tomorrow? Are you free tomorrow night? What about this weekend? Oh, on Monday I have a thing. This is date number 2, and I feel like I'm someone's favorite person already. Don't stick your bits in crazy unless you're looking for character development. CD for short. CD's nuts. What did you just say?
physically grab her by her arms and like hold her arms down. And she kept kicking. She actually kicked Remy.
He says that he manages to push her onto the side of the bed and she calms down.
I told her that, you know,
wait,
that we're not your punch.
He pushes her onto the bed, probably pinning her down, and then he says she calmed down. Chat, are you calming down if your partner... Wait, never mind. Not gonna ask this question. You fucking freaks.
Punching bags. And...
you said what?
I told her that we weren't her punching bags.
We weren't her
She kicked Remy.
For the record, Emily adored animals, and this statement was deemed extremely implausible by her peers. Joseph, on the other hand, was accused by his ex-girlfriend of kicking her dog on 2 separate occasions.
And she was kicking me and punching me, and I pushed her back, and I told Remy, I was like, yo, we're gonna take a walk.
After the second walk, he gets back into the camper van, drinks a vodka and Coke, then starts getting into his side of the bed.
So I was climbing over her, and she shouted, "Fuck off," and she like threw an elbow at me, and elbowed me in my groin, and I said, "No more hitting."
Physical reenactment. How is an elbow from a small sleeping woman reaching the groin of a man who's climbing over her? Where is the groin? Right? You're climbing over her while she's in bed. You're climbing over to your side of the bed, and you're something innocent, and she says, "Fuck off," and then she elbows you in the groin? I don't buy it. I don't believe it. And also, everything he says is one-sided and doesn't add up. It doesn't line up either.
And so we had like a bunch of throw pillows that we like lined around the bed, like the top of the bed where we slept. So one of the throw pillows was right there, and I swatted her with the throw pillow, and I said, "Stop hitting."
Please remember these next 17 seconds, which we're calling the phony fugue state. He tries to present a foggy, dissociated moment of recollection, with long pauses, forced ums, and a vacant stare. But it's pure performance, and we know it's performance because he'll completely contradict this manner of recollection during cross-examination.
And that's when it happened.
What happened?
This is so rehearsed. That's when it happened.
She said, "That's it. You're dead." And she threw her arm under her pillow.
He earlier made the claim that both him and Emily slept with handguns under their pillows, also deemed highly implausible by witness testimony.
And she pulls her hand out with the Taurus.
Oh my God, it's my pistol.
How are you feeling?
I was feeling horrified. Just
Were
like,
you afraid?
I was terrified. Like there was as soon as I saw that, like I just felt like this like wave of heat, like just like red hot.
Red mist.
And she started like pushing her body up in an instant, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And like I don't know, like she wasn't stopping, and I was holding my Glock.
He'll later claim he was in the process of putting the gun under his own pillow.
And she started just like coming up at me, and I just fired.
Why?
She was gonna shoot me.
And you were afraid?
Very.
From this point forward, he claims to have no memory of the events that followed until he woke up in a police cell 3 days later. But according to corroborated evidence and witness testimony, he had breakfast with his sister the next morning, where he ordered a goat cheese omelet, a side of bacon, and a samosa. He then gave his sister a tattoo. When his sister asked where Emily was, he told her she was sleeping. He then sent a string of text messages to Emily's phone number.
All right, let's play Guess the Reason. Was he, A, hoping that he could play it off and get away with it? Was he, B, genuinely like, I wasn't there when she... Wait, he's admitting that he shot her. Or was it C, he was scared. He didn't know what to do. Or is he gonna make up a mental episode in his head? He said
the next day he went to a bonfire party where he was seen taking bong hits and doing keggers. Later that same evening, he would send Emily another series of text messages. He went for pancakes and a samosa once again the next morning, then sent Emily one final message. It would be shortly after this message that Emily's mother asked Joseph where her daughter was and why her phone had been switched off for so long. He told her they had gotten into a fight and that he hadn't seen Emily in roughly 2 days.
Oh my
Emily was then
God.
reported missing. Roughly 7 hours later, as Joseph's friend was driving him back to where the camper van was parked, they noticed police had cordoned off the area. Joseph then told his friend to stop the car, at which point he got out and wandered off into the woods. His next known location was at a maple fields 10 miles away roughly 14 hours later, where by pure happenstance he was spotted by a police officer.
And what was he doing?
He was getting a drink out of the cooler and sort of stepping back from the cooler at that time.
Did you recognize the male?
When he closed the door to the cooler and he turned around and we made eye contact, I was like, wait, I know this person. In that moment, I couldn't figure out where or why. My brain was still trying to catch up with me. But I knew I recognized him.
Okay. And did you ultimately determine how you recognized him?
Yeah, so he walked to the right and then turned to walk up to one of the aisles towards the front of the store, and he turned and looked at me again. And we locked eyes again, and at that point, I recognized that it was Joseph Ferlazzo.
Okay.
It seemed to me, based on my training and experience, it was almost as if he were trying to figure out, fight, flight, freeze, what do I do?
Okay. And what did you say to him?
I said, Joseph, it's you, right? Are you okay?
This was Detective Sergeant Amy Nolan taking the initiative, and one of 2 reasons why the upcoming interrogation you're about to see unfolds the way it does. Joseph Ferlazzo was classified...
Soy jack this man now.
as a homicide suspect. She would have been entirely within her authority to draw her weapon, order him to the ground, and wait for backup to secure the arrest. Instead, relying on her experience and a remarkable amount of both courage and composure, she seized a unique opportunity when it presented itself.
Okay. And what did he do in reply?
He took his drink down, and his body language sort of deflated, and he said, "No, I'm not okay."
She very gradually explains that he's not in trouble and not under arrest, but feels it could be a good idea for him to accompany her back to the police barracks.
And so did you bring him back to the barracks?
I did. The other thing that we did sort of in that halfway point was I asked him and explained before I could give him a ride. It was our sort of protocol that we had to pat somebody down for weapons before I could allow him in my cruiser with me, and also because I don't have a typical cruiser with what they call the cage in the back to separate the officer from a person that they've picked up for some reason. So he said that was fine. He indicated he had no weapon, so I patted him down real quick.
So it was just you and Mr. Ferlazzo in the ride back to the barracks?
Correct.
And did you speak to him during that time about Emily?
Not about Emily. I asked him, like I said, it was cold that day. I asked him, "Are you cold?" He said he was. I turned the heat up. I said, "Have you been out all night?" Based on the interactions that I knew had occurred the night before, he said he had. I asked him if he, was thirsty, if he was hungry. He said he was. And so, again, I told him, I turned the heat up and I told him I would get him something to eat once we got back to the barracks.
The journey to the police station took just under 7 minutes. The second factor behind how this interrogation unfolds is Sergeant Nolan's ability to brief her colleague at speed. It took roughly 30 seconds for the suspect to be greeted at the door by the precinct's commanding officer and walk to interview room 3, during which time she managed to relay the circumstances of his arrest and the precise approach required for this interaction.
Cool, man.
In the present, well, in the past, at the start of the video, basically. We're back.
What time did your shift start?
We start at 8.
You did
on day shift, so
you do like 8 to 8, like a 12 or something?
No, 9. It's either 9 or 10 hours.
I'm going to go get you a sandwich, but will this hold you over? You're not going to eat that? Okay. I'll go get ham, turkey.
Somebody will eat that. I know.
Somebody will.
I know.
A bunch of cops around. Somebody will. It was the closest food I could find.
You don't fuck it. Bring it.
All right, you got it.
I appreciate your effort.
You got it. All right, I'll get you a sandwich.
I'm not a donut kind of guy. Really sweet, you know?
Yeah, it's too much. I laid off sugar for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Oh my
You
God.
like to sit in a blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's cold out there.
You've been here for a while?
Yeah. Yeah, like 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
So he's a
New
narcissist.
faces, I guess, huh?
I guess, yeah.
A lot of turnaround.
He's a narcissist. He makes conversation in the interest of himself to make himself appear cool and chill. He responds very positively, very openly when you ask him about himself and his state, how he's feeling, not about his actions. Don't ask him about his actions. But if you ask him about himself, he will respond very positively. If you kiss his ass, he will think that he is the shit and that he is manipulating you. And he will be so stuck behind that, he will never realize that you're manipulating him.
Getting text updates from my wife. Today was my daughter's first day in daycare.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get pictures and stuff?
Not yet.
Oh, awesome. Did you get pictures of your child having a special moment? Almost forgot to smile. Whew, quick time event.
And I asked for some. So I was nervous this morning.
You were?
Yeah. She's never been to a daycare or anything before.
She's gonna come back with, like, a runny nose.
Yeah, right.
That's how I got what I believe was COVID.
Did you?
It was 2019. This cute little kid, literally his entire face was like a booger.
Oh, yeah.
But he was beautiful. He had these
Yeah.
huge, like, saucers for eyeballs, like, big, long lashes like this.
Yeah.
And I'm
Emotion.
holding them at arm's length, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, I'm so sick from this. But it was cute. I bounced him on my lap, and
Sure enough, you got sick?
so sick.
Yeah.
I think it was COVID. It was like a,
Did you lose, like, smell and taste and all that?
not really.
Yeah, so...
Not really. It was just kind of like your run-of-the-mill sort of flu.
Yeah, yeah.
He talks about COVID for another 2 minutes while the detective continues pretending to be interested in what he has to say.
You know, I masked and I didn't mask and I touched things and I didn't use hand sanitizer every second, and really I just lived my life the way I was living it.
Yeah.
I just tested negative.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whatever the fuck that thing was in 19 was the thing. The big bad boogie monster.
Yeah, right.
Of the super flu that we had to
Yeah.
shut America down for.
Crazy times.
He launches into a brief monologue on the global economic fallout of the pandemic.
But then on the low, like, everybody's like spending their savings, so then it, but then it jumped back up.
Yeah.
I imagine that's got to be pissing some people off.
Probably.
Cool.
Hey,
Joe?
are you the guy I'm going to talk to?
Is it Joe or Joseph? Which do you prefer? Do you have a preference?
Whatever's easier for you.
Whatever you prefer. I'm James.
James?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, this is Seth. How are you?
Dude, that's a bit nice office cleaning.
Okay. Well, I'm Cabby if it hangs right there. You wanna sit on the-
I don't need it for anything.
All right.
Just so you know.
Yep. I appreciate it.
Take your fingernails out.
Hey, just, we're just gonna shut the door just for privacy purposes. I'm sure you saw there's a few people walking around.
Oh,
The actual reason the door is being shut is because it locks from the outside, a standard safety protocol for high-risk cases in Franklin County.
You need,
That's the name of the county I grew up
detective
in.
appears noticeably uneasy about the pocket knife being left on the table. He'll be visibly on edge during the early stages of this interrogation, yet still perform exceptionally well. And this is perhaps our favorite interrogator so far on this channel, because he is the exact opposite of the person he is sitting across the table from.
do you need anything? I see you got water. Somebody got you some food?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So like I said, my name is James. This is Seth. We work for the state police. We're detectives. We've been trying to get up to speed on what's going on today, and it's our understanding that you might be able to help us kind of understand a few things. We are happy to listen. Our ultimate goal is to find Emily, and we're hoping that you can help us with that. Before we get going, I just want to be fair to you. Obviously, we're here in a state police barracks, right? And I just said we're the state police. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of the rights that you have. So I'll read these to you. We're here. in St. Albans, Vermont. All right. Well, why don't we, I think what would be helpful for me is just have you start from the beginning of what happened, and start from the beginning, and we'll listen. And then, maybe at the end we'll have a few questions, but we'll go from there. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll turn it over to you. So, kind of what happened?
So I came to Vermont. I was living in New Hampshire for like the last 2 months with my wife and her family. And I came to Vermont. We were supposed to have like a weekend away, like vacation, do some camping, like have some fun. And like as soon as I like put the vehicle in park, like my wife went completely berserk, like completely psychotic. And I shot her. That's the result of that.
Oh. Wait.
Now here we are.
Wait, he admitted.
So.
What? All right. Can you, where did that happen?
Bolton, Vermont.
Okay. All right. So, I guess my next question is, when did that happen?
He says it happened early on Friday morning at the Bolton Ski Resort, which is 4.5 days prior to this moment. He then makes a passing comment about, quote, cleaning up after the incident.
I don't know. I don't know anything past that.
Okay. Describe what you mean when you say you cleaned up.
There was like blood coming out of her head, so I like...
He executed her. Holy shit.
Over it, so catch the blood. And
over it. Over it.
Blood on the...
His wife's body immediately just became this fucking object, this personification of a nuisance. I put a bag over it, over the head of the body of my wife that I killed. But yeah, this guy is a through and through, I want to say sociopath. But kind of psycho.
Where's Emily?
She's in the bus.
Where in the bus?
In the bathroom.
She's in the bathroom. I haven't been in the bus. So can you describe the bus for me? Like what's the layout? You walk through the doors.
Bathroom and a kitchen and a bed.
He draws out a diagram of the inside of the camper van.
Okay. And so after you kind of clean up and you put Emily in the bathroom, what do you do?
I don't know. The following morning, I had some breakfast with my sister. I had some coffee and some breakfast with her.
Okay. Tell me about that.
I had some coffee and some breakfast with my sister.
In the Airbnb?
The coffee was in the Airbnb, and then we ran down the street for some breakfast.
Okay.
Yes, he's trying to claim self-defense. I don't think... Because this is the interview before the trial clips that we saw. So I don't know if he's decided here already that he's going to go for self-defense in the way that he was, claiming that she reached for the gun, so he reached for his and shot her.
Meeting her new boyfriend, so...
Okay. All right. Did they ask about Emily?
Yeah.
What'd they ask?
Just like, what's her deal?
What'd you say?
I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, my role is like her husband, but also I'm just a punching bag, like. And
did they ask where she was when you went out to breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What'd you say?
She's still sleeping.
Okay. Cool. All right.
He rambles through a series of unrelated tangents before getting to the moment when his friend was driving him back to the camper van, and he saw the police officers waiting outside.
And he turned the car around, and I was like, listen, I'm going to jump out of this car, so, like, I can't do this right now. I just need some air. Like, I can't breathe. I'm, like, overheating. Like, so I got out, and that was it. He drove away.
There's too much context at this point, 06. I would need to pause.
Sleep last night.
I found a tarp and just rolled myself up under a rock. It was dark. I just heard a tarp blow and I wrapped myself up. I was freezing and shivering. And found a place that was like, it was crazy windy, 40 degrees. So I was just trying to stay warm.
Okay.
I was just wandering aimless and.
Well, I appreciate you telling me all that and kind of doing the time span from Friday when you got to Vermont to kind of how we ended up here today.
He's like completely shut down.
Yeah, is that okay? What I'd like to do is really focus in on Friday itself and the incident with you and Emily and kind of go over that with a little bit more detail. Is that fair? So my understanding from what you told me is that you got into Vermont between 7 and 8 p.m.
The initial release of the interrogation footage cuts out at this moment. What we know is that they decided to take a break, and Joseph went to use the bathroom. The footage resumes 13 minutes later. Joseph's demeanor while outside the interrogation room was reportedly bizarre, which officers later described as a feigned mild panic attack, noting that he appeared to be forcing a state of vulnerability as a way of presenting himself as the victim.
I
You'll
wish
see
there was
remnants
body
of it
cam.
as he now interacts with the
Dude, body cam of him faking a panic attack would be... It would be absolutely divine. God, I actually want nothing more than a sample of that fake ass shit he pulled in the hallway, but alas, hopefully he tries it again.
Officer who escorted him to the bathroom.
Need anything else? Are you good?
Some company?
Yeah, I'll stand right here. Absolutely.
Can you come sit?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'll sit with you.
What's your name?
I'm Sam.
Sam?
Yeah,
Nice to meet you. I'm Joseph.
nice to meet you.
Are you the individual that sort of comes in during the breaks and sits with Mr. Ferlazzo?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'll sit with you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, hot. Sam. How long have you been in Vermont?
I've been in Vermont my whole life.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been with the state police for almost 24 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What's your favorite part of doing this?
A very interesting detail of this moment is that Sergeant Truex could not once recall being asked such a simple question in his 24 years of service. He hadn't once been to therapy, and remarkably can't remember a single moment where he actually sat down and reflected on such a straightforward concept. So the fact that the moment finally arrives from a psycho murderer playing with his food makes his forthcoming pause of contemplation somewhat absurd, yet absolutely compelling.
Just trying to do the best we can for people's families. Probably.
Yeah, it's super important.
He wanted to say catching bad guys, I guess, but no one's ever asked him. I mean, it's kind of a dumbass question. Like, everybody who is a homicide investigator or like state trooper, they because the pay was good. Like, who wants to be a cop because it pays well? Who wants to be a detective because it pays like crazy? Like, you gotta really be in that shit. But I think this is another example of him once again making conversation for himself, for his own comfort, because I genuinely believe that whenever he talks to people, he feels like he's winning them over because he's naturally charming. I genuinely think that he thinks he's making allies when he does shit like this. I need company. And then he starts asking a whole bunch of questions about yourself, biding his time, right? But it's self-serving completely. He is nothing but a self-server. He says, streaming, but...
Turkey sandwich?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Let me grab you a couple of
My napkin or something? I'll go grab some.
You don't eat carbs, do you? You took all the bread off. I noticed that. Make
Smart
a
man.
little lettuce wrap. Do what you gotta do, right?
Well, I mean, if I'm not burning the calories, why would I put them in?
All right.
They ease back into it by asking him non-threatening questions, mainly about his travel patterns in the days following the incident.
I don't like
Yeah, I think I stopped at that gas station right there and just got right on 89.
89. Try it out, chat.
Yeah.
What was the plan with Emily's body? Like, if the police hadn't shown up last night at and at the bus, what was your plan?
I didn't really have a plan. I was just gonna like take it into the woods and drop it off.
It.
Where?
Using the word it to refer to the body of someone that you were supposedly in love with and married to. Is it not such a damning phrasing? It's so damning, I think. It tells us so much more than you explaining everything from beginning to end. It's...
I don't know. Like I said, I had no plan. I was just gonna
I had no
take it
plan.
into the woods and drop it off.
Did you use your phone at all to, like, search anything? Like,
I have concepts of a
were
plan.
you like, what do I do? That kind of thing? Did you do any, like, Google searches or Safari searches about what you should do?
No.
Didn't look up anything?
No.
Okay. Just asking.
Yeah, no.
Trying to make sure.
That's a normal question.
Did you use your phone to search anything this past weekend related to what happened on Friday? No?
No, I didn't have any questions.
Okay.
I didn't. Nothing that I was like, ooh, I wonder what the other humans do. Like, I didn't.
When you said earlier that you put the bag over Emily's head, did you just put it over her head or like her whole body in a bag?
Now her body's bagged up.
Her whole body's bagged up? Describe that to me.
So, I cut her body and put it in multiple bags.
Cut her body. I mean, technically, this is just an example of minimization. A narcissist will use minimizing words in order to lessen judgment from others because they don't want to be seen negatively. They use words and phrases that make the situation sound smaller or less grand. I dismembered her body with a, whatever he used, a hatchet or a saw. You know what it is? It sounds like a little kid lying. I cut it. You cut it. Dude, you sawed it in half. You didn't cut it. Cuts are little, bro. You have taken off someone's limbs.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Dunkin' coffee, you know what that means.
How did you cut her body?
I used a saw and cut her body into smaller.
That's true, 06.
You know.
What do you use?
Used a saw.
Okay, so cutting something with a saw, chat. We got to come up with a word. We're brainstorming. This is an etymological survey. We're trying to come up with a word for cutting something with a saw. Dr. Dreaded, I don't know about cutting too. It just doesn't really have the same vibe. Screamo, butchering. St. Petersburging it. I don't know. We're all Westerners over here. We don't really have a lot of context for that. Compacting? No, I don't know. I don't know about compacting. Swing. What is a swing? Wait, what did you say, Tier? Sawing. 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 I've heard that word before. Let's see. Sawing process cutting materials like what? Oh my God! It's already a fucking word. So why aren't you saying the fucking thing? Why aren't you just saying the truth? Because you've confessed to everything else. You fucking freak. All you care about is your fucking self. Ultra super mega hell. The 12th ring.
How did you cut her body?
How did you cut it?
and
Used the saw.
cut her.
Did you see how he... Did you hear the letter S?
I used a saw.
Oh, wait, no, I'm super high. That was me doing that. I was doing that. I was... I genuinely thought he was doing it with me.
Off and cut her body into smaller, backed it up, and I was gonna...
So he can't use the word... Okay, we gotta make a list. Opening up Notepad. Words Joseph doesn't know. Number 1, sawing. Number 2, pieces.
Used a saw and cut her body into smaller,
Smaller, I use a saw and I cut her into... God, I don't know the word. I just don't know the word. He can't use words that he realizes make him sound fucking horrible. He can't refer to the act as sawing his wife into pieces. He can't say it because he's a fucking monster, but he's a narcissist, so he lives in denial of it.
Backed it up, and I was gonna take it in the woods.
Okay. Where did you do that?
In the bus.
On the bus?
Her.
Okay. Where's the saw?
On the bus.
What kind of saw is it? Describe it to me.
Hand saw.
Just a hand saw? Did you carry any out into the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Every piece of Emily's body is still on that bus?
Where I made the little circle in that little paper.
Okay. That's important.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I know this is probably not an awesome way to have your day go.
Well, those are the, those are the details that I was talking about that are important for us to know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, this investigation is going to take time, and those details will come out, but, I think it's better to hear it from you. So, with that being said, what else haven't we talked about that is important for us to know about what happens to Emily?
That's it, we talked about all of it.
All of it?
I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay. So I think we're going to step out for a minute. Do you need more coffee or water or anything?
No, I have both.
You have both? You have to use the bathroom?
No.
Okay. I think those are your chips.
No, you can eat them. I don't eat chips.
Oh, you don't? Oh, hell no.
Starches.
You don't eat any starch?
Does it play games with your stomach, or you just don't eat it?
No, if I was going to go hiking, maybe, if I needed it, but I'm sitting here, not doing anything.
Okay.
Such a narcissist response.
Hey, Sam.
When you would leave the room and come back in, did he recall who you were?
Yes. Passing moments like this may seem inconsequential, yet it's the prosecution's way of establishing mental competency, effectively neutralizing any possible argument that he was operating in a diminished or compromised state.
True.
Not really.
No?
Not really.
Drop a 2 if you think he did it.
So past this part, how much do you know about the next part?
Like in general, or?
Yeah.
So every case is a little bit different. First of all, the other detectives are going to want to make sure that what you're saying is true, and that Emily's on the bus.
You have cigarettes?
I have them right here.
Oh, thanks.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
We're going to verify some stuff, and then,
Yeah.
Cigarette time.
Yeah.
You want one?
Oh my
That's what I heard.
Jesus.
The conversation was reportedly casual. casual as they went out for a cigarette.
Oh my
something else
fucking
that kinda
God,
comes to
Jesus.
mind,
The words
you know,
are thank
having this
you.
open conversation, I might as well ask,
Narcissist.
like,
Ask me anyway.
you know, to
Before this investigator went outside with Joseph for a cigarette, he was briefed on some additional details. One of them was that almost 12 years to the date, Joseph's stepmother was stabbed to death in her own home. The case was never solved. They also discovered that in addition to shooting his wife twice, he stabbed her 18 times.
He stabbed her 18 times after shooting her in the head. After he killed her. Okay, I'm really starting to think he did it.
is this the first time that something like this has happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you would, if you
Seems
would,
like pretty
it's awful.
pretty in depth.
It's fucking awful, dude. Like, I don't know if it was you or if it was Sam, but if you would have talked to me a week ago, it would have been on the top of the list of things that I would never do.
It would have been on the top of the list of things I would never do. I would probably never, I'm pretty sure I would never kill my wife. It's definitely in my top 5 things I would never do. For sure. Yeah. This is normal human speech, if you guys were curious as to what it sounded like.
But it was such a fucking brutal week. Like nonstop, like morning to night.
Mm-hmm.
Emily was upset because the location he chose for their 1-year anniversary was the exact location his ex-girlfriend was staying, and that's what
Just never gonna mention that. Never gonna bring that up. She was upset because we were in Vermont. She didn't like the trailer. She didn't like the bus, the camper. No, dude. You failed to mention that you meticulously planned to be in the same campground as your fucking ex-girlfriend.
he's currently talking about.
And I don't know what the hell happened. It was just like a complete change.
All right. Well, why don't we go see where they're
Yeah.
at? And
Let me just put your name in here, okay? So it's Joseph, right?
Yep.
So Joe, so this is Amy?
I met him.
Oh, okay. So Amy,
What do you need from me?
Amy's gonna take your pictures.
They first take pictures of his face, hands, and clothing.
Okay, so I'm not going to do swabs of your hands, but, all right, so I have not watched your interview, but my understanding is that there was some kind of physical altercation with you and Emily, and that you may have been struck, hit, kicked, something like that.
Right.
Will you consent to me taking photographs of you without clothing on? And if you're not comfortable with it being me, I can have Robbie do it, to see if there's any bruising on you. I mean, we can get, like, I could do chest and maybe legs, if do you have underwear on?
You want to do that?
What the hell did we just watch?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I have been molested. Does anyone else feel a little molested right now? Like, what the fuck?
To see if there's any bruising on you. I mean, we can get, like, I could do chest and maybe legs, if do you have underwear on?
You want to do that?
What the hell did we just watch?
I mean, we can get, like, I could do chest and maybe legs, if do you have underwear on?
You want to do that?
This guy is so unbelievably creepy, it's almost unbelievable. Our personal take on what he's doing here must have something to do with Sergeant Nolan's tactical display of approachability during their encounter. Something that Mr. Ferlazzo has catastrophically misread, and maybe feels he can use to his advantage in this situation somehow. Or perhaps just deepen whatever distorted sense of self this is feeding into. Whatever the case, it's just so excruciatingly embarrassing that we almost didn't put it in this video.
I am so eternally grateful that you kept it in the video. Thank you.
You're willing to let me, as part of the consent, to do photographs of your body as well? Okay.
Not a single bruise or scratch was discovered on his body. Not one. Though he was sure to point out some ever so slightly reddish marks on parts of his skin that he could have got from sleeping out in the woods, or perhaps a moderately hot shower. The moment he was finally informed that he was under arrest and going to jail was regrettably not captured.
Wind that back. Enhance. Yep. He's got one in the chamber right now. He's got a log ready to drop.
The moment he was finally informed that he was under arrest and going to jail was regrettably not captured on video.
That's a
As
poop.
mentioned before,
Locked and
the initial
loaded.
release of this footage came partially redacted, but you can rest assured that it will all come full circle before this video concludes.
Hey man, I can tell you work out, but it looks like you're not all too concerned about carbs. You know what's crazy? If he was anyone else, I wouldn't say anything about this person's physique, but I hate him so much, I am picking at him like it's my own body.
Okay. All right, you're all set. Thank you.
Got a little muffin top there. Chubby.
The truth is that before leaving New Hampshire, you stopped at Market Basket.
The Market Basket supermarket was where he went to buy the tools to dispose of Emily's body, a moment beyond what he's now claiming to remember, and you'll notice how incredibly attuned he is to the challenges directed toward this assertion. His claim of having no recollection beyond a certain moment is designed to support the idea that he entered some kind of fugue state brought on by shock, suggesting that in his right mind, he would never have dismembered his wife or attempted to bury her in the woods. It's also the explanation he leans on for why he failed to clearly articulate during his interrogation how gravely his life was in danger, the key detail of his self-defense claim.
Right?
I did see that, yes.
That's the truth.
I saw that on the PowerPoint.
And it's the truth.
I don't remember it, but yes.
And you spent $60.43 at Market Basket?
Is that what happened? I don't remember sending the text, but you have it there in front of you, so.
And you said to her, I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
And you said, you still drink coffee?
All right.
You said that to your sister?
That was what I said to her? That's you have that?
Would you like to see the text?
I don't remember the text. I don't remember the text exactly, so if you have them, then,
Do you want to see them?
I mean, I don't have to. If you're gonna read them to me, then we can do it this way, or.
So you've testified that Emily was mad when you got to Bolton.
Oh, dude.
She was angry.
A detail mentioned by several people in the courtroom who knew Ferlazzo personally was that parts of his speech and articulation had noticeably changed during this testimony, especially the word yes. The way you'll hear him say this word isn't how he usually spoke.
Oh, look at the shine coming in. Watch this shiny spot grow bigger and larger as the questions ramp up.
So Emily's mad at you. You guys argue, is that correct?
Yes.
And she's rebuffing you.
Yes.
She doesn't want to dance.
Yes.
Yes.
She doesn't want to dance.
He's almost funny with his weird ass like attempt at human demeanor. Yeah.
Dance.
No.
She doesn't want the candles
No.
on.
Correct.
She just wants to go to bed.
She didn't say anything to me.
She went and laid down in the bed.
Yes.
Yes.
She's facing outward, scrolling on her phone.
Yes.
Now he's just trolling. Yes. What was that, dude?
She's facing outward, scrolling on her phone.
Yes.
You're sitting down on the couch. Correct?
When?
When Emily's saying these hurtful things to you. You're sitting on the couch.
No.
You're in the bed.
No.
You're standing in the aisle.
Yeah, I was doing some,
You're yoga dancing.
Yes, that's correct.
You light some candles.
Yes.
And Emily doesn't like the candlelight.
Imagine you're mad at your boyfriend because he planned a vacation for your honeymoon at the same place he knew his ex was gonna be at, and he's in the middle of the RV doing fucking yoga dance and not addressing the elephant in the room. And then when you get mad at him, he shoots you and kills you and then stabs your corpse and cuts you up. The elephant sitting there the whole time like...
That's correct.
And she tells you to put them out.
That's also correct.
And you don't put them out.
No, I don't.
And she gets up and she grabs one of these candles.
Yes.
These big Yankee candles.
Yes.
Glass.
Yes, ma'am.
Heavy.
Very.
And she starts hitting you in the head. with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very, very. Now, if you hand him a 6-pound weight, oh, this is nothing. I could jog with these.
Ma'am.
And in the body.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're able to grab onto her and get the candle away from her.
That's correct.
And that is over. She goes and lays back down.
Yes.
When you came in, she was in the bed.
Yes.
And you are...
What is he doing? Why is he talking like that? He's being tried for murder. Yes. He's doing the 2016 iDubbbz thing. I am fucking gay.
Yes.
And you are trying to relax,
Yes.
trying to enjoy your vacation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
And you make a decision.
What decision?
The decision that you need to stop this.
I was having some drinks and smoking.
You decided enough is enough. I'm going to put an end to this.
No.
You got up.
During direct examination, he had a 1,000-yard worried stare as if lost in reflection. Here, he almost continuously glares at the prosecutor, perhaps thinking that projecting this abrasive display of confidence will render him more credible. The issue is that during direct, he presented himself as a broken husband who struggled to recall anything closely connected to the incident. Yet now he's steely-eyed and steadfast. You could argue that the change in questioning style caused the shift in his energy, but it's the extent of the shift and the complete disappearance of the emotional fragility he displayed earlier that makes the argument he is being deceptive. And just to be clear, I believe he's being 100% fraudulent in both these instances. His true self is still an enigma that I doubt has appeared once in this video.
You got up from the couch where you were having your drink.
I wasn't on the couch.
You told the police that you got up.
I don't remember talking to the police.
You heard yourself tell the police that you got up.
I saw a video.
And you heard yourself tell the police that you got up.
I saw the video.
And you got your Glock.
Are we talking about the video?
And when you realized that you had just shot your wife, you didn't call 911.
No.
You didn't go and get your sister.
No.
You told the police that you put her wallet in a bag.
I don't remember talking to the police.
I understand that, Mr. Ferlazzo, but you've listened to the video and you've heard your words. So you told the police that you put her wallet in a bag, correct?
I did see the video.
And you heard you utter the words, I put her wallet in a bag.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You heard yourself say those things.
On the video?
Yes.
I saw the video, yeah.
And you heard yourself say, I put her wallet in a bag.
Yes, I did.
You're able to give her that.
Imagine this dude's your roommate and you ask him to do the dishes and it's Friday and he was supposed to wash them on like Wednesday. Imagine you bring it up. Hey man, were you going to do the dishes? Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do the dishes. I would just pull out the gun and shoot him right there.
Tattoo and successfully give her that tattoo.
Still.
Still.
No memory.
Mr. Ferlazzo, that is your contact information, right?
What do we got here?
You did remember what day of the week it was.
Shiny
when
spot,
you were
it's
meeting with
growing.
James and Seth.
From the video?
This is my favorite moment of cross-examination. He's about to make eye contact with the prosecutor, and something about how she responds, and perhaps how she looks at him, will shake his feigned exterior just that little bit.
From reality.
From meeting, from,
Whoa, how did...
From meeting...
What did she do to him? Wait, watch this. Watch the fucking... Watch the spell that she casts on him. Right here. Watch. The
From reality.
Right there. Eye contact. Right there. How many frames? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like 3 frames. A fraction of a second was all it took.
From reality.
We are talking about the video, right?
We're talking about reality.
Okay.
So, Mr. Ferlazzo,
What did she just do to him? Did she ult?
we can agree that you lie.
Yes, I have lied to people.
You're lying today.
About?
Everything.
I'm sitting here giving you my recall of what I have to work with.
No questions.
So as you heard earlier, multiple segments of Joseph's...
That was hard. That was so hard. No questions. Oh, she left it on that note. Him being a fucking feigned incompetence bitch.
So as you heard earlier, multiple segments of Joseph's interrogation were redacted before the footage made its way onto social media. Yet the prosecution made certain the jury viewed it in its entirety. What you're about to watch is, in our opinion, the result of a potent mix of sleep deprivation, mental exhaustion, and an extraordinary lack of situational awareness, very likely enhanced by the calibrated framing that occurred during the opening sequence of his apprehension. He had spent the entire night freezing in the woods, likely terrified and in a state of panic, after coming down off a 3-day bender of drugs and alcohol. Then, while at his most depleted, he was met by a figure of authority who offered him warmth and understanding, followed by another reassuring encounter where the rapport seemed effortless and disarming. The focus of the moment was subtly shifted away from the horror of what he had done, onto his own inflated sense of worth and self-pity, followed by a continuous process of positive affirmations and ego reinforcement, all of which forged the environment and the oncoming result that occurred in the 3 previously redacted segments of footage you are about to watch.
How does that turn into, I heard you say that you shot her, so explain how that incident continued.
I don't know. Something inside me said enough is enough.
Okay. Can you describe Emily when you shot her? Like, what was she doing? She had stopped fighting, and she had gone and laid down, and I went and jumped on top of her. And I shot her in the head. Okay. How many times?
2.
If you could talk to Emily's parents, is there anything that you would say?
I mean, clearly I would apologize for being such a shit. But
what about Emily?
Huh?
What about Emily? What would you say to Emily?
You don't fucking treat people like this. I can tell you.
You killed her, stabbed her body, cut her up and dumped it, and you're still mad at her? I'm running it back.
What about Emily?
Huh?
What about Emily? What would you say to Emily?
You don't fucking treat people like this. I can tell you that I wish it didn't happen. I wish I could turn back time. I wish that I was just, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever just like wanted to be a dick, but I mean, I don't do it that well, like, so
yeah.
I'm usually just like, okay, like, talk about it, fix it, you know, whatever, but
So you felt she was being kind of like a dick just to be a dick?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like, I don't think that, you know what I mean, like, I suppose it would be like, if I told you guys and you're just both, like, looking at me, you know, but I'm sure you're thinking, like, wow, this dude, what the fuck? You know, like, what pushes a man to do such a thing? Like, I would never do that. And believe me, if you would have asked me last week, I would have said the same thing. Like,
I don't think I've ever been in your shoes, though.
Had Joseph Ferlazzo been met with immediate confrontation and transparency, none of this would have plausibly occurred. His demeanor and method of response from cross-examination is likely what you would have seen throughout this interrogation. Yet due to the powers permitted under U.S. protocol, he was guided to a place where he could no longer walk back from. Now, before moving on to the final part of this video, we need to explore the nuance of this particular element, and why that nuance matters. As many of you will know, the permitted use of deception in American policing is extremely controversial, as it's been known to put innocent people into prison through false confessions. Many of these cases have gone viral over the years, with perhaps the most recent involving Thomas Perez Jr.
Well, this video is incredibly disturbing to watch. The man being interrogated is Thomas Perez Jr. He reported his father missing. Fontana police accused Thomas of killing his dad.
It was August of 2018. Fontana police were convinced Perez's father had been murdered. They thought Perez appeared suspicious.
It's really concerning to me that he hasn't been back yet.
They asked Perez to come to the station, and that's where they turned a missing person case into a 17-hour interrogation.
You murdered your dad.
No, I did
Yes, you
not.
did.
Yeah,
Yes.
Daddy's dead because of you.
We just told you we found your dead dad, and you don't give a
They even brought in Perez's best friend to try and get a confession.
Dude, they got you on murder, Dad. They got you on murder. Impossible.
When that didn't work, detectives brought in Perez's dog.
You killed him, and he's dead. And your dog is sitting here looking at you, knowing that you killed your dad. Did you stab him?
I didn't think that I did.
But if you did, where would you have stabbed him?
It might have been the belly.
They learned that Tom's father was alive and well and was at LAX airport.
His dad was alive and at the airport, and they were leading so hard with, "We found your dad's body."
Ready to take a flight to go visit his sister.
Steering filed a civil rights lawsuit in federal court against the city of Fontana.
They
And the
had
suit was settled.
they were interrogating him for 17 hours. He was in this room for 17 hours. They mentally broke him, convinced him that his dad was dead, brought his dog and his best friend to help and try and get a confession. The dog's like, "I know you did it. I can smell
for
your
nearly
fear."
$900,000.
Now, while both of these cases
What is the
fall
dog
under
gonna
the
do?
umbrella category of deception, you may have noticed they were starkly different in nature. One consisted of the futility technique and maximization. The inevitability of outcome was imposed to such an extent that it caused the subject to have an emotional crisis, while the other consisted of rapport development and minimization. There was no applied pressure nor manufactured sense of urgency, and the subject was given the space to construct his own perception of the situation, then full flexibility in how he chose to respond. One worked through fear and coercion, the other through guile and manipulation. But more importantly, one can cause considerable harm to the innocent, while the other presents a far lower risk of doing so. And as you've seen throughout this video, it can be somewhat effective when used correctly. But anyway, here's the remaining segment of Ferlazzo's redacted footage, right about the time where he realizes he just told on himself.
Knowing full well exactly where she is and what he has done to her, he texts her phone one last time. "You're an asshole. I don't deserve this shit."
What an easy slam dunk for this prosecutor. Oh my God, dude. Wow. His final words to his wife were through text well after she was dead, and it was only about himself.
Ms. Adams told you in the state's opening statement that this case and this crime is about ego. Mr. Ferlazzo's ego. And Mr. Ferlazzo's nearly 42-year-old ego being unable to accept his 22-year-old wife disrespecting him. An ego so inflated that after killing her, taking her life because he didn't like the things she was saying to him, because she didn't want to be with him anymore, he calls her an asshole. He tells her that
She was 22 years old. I'm stunned. Wow, how long were they met and they dated and they got married, and it was what? How long was their relationship? 1 year? So he met her when she was 21 and was like, "Hey, she's drinking age. Let's go. Perfect for me. Have a drink, have a drink, have a drink, have a drink. Relax, have a drink." How many times did he say that during the interview? He suggested that she have a drink and relax.
doesn't deserve this. The state submits that it is Emily, and only Emily, that did not deserve this.
How do you find Mr. Palazzo on the count of first-degree murder, guilty or not guilty? Ms. Jantz, would you like us to poll?
I would.
And Mr. Zago, is that your verdict?
His
goated jump cut. Goated jump cut. I thought I was watching Brain Rot, bro.
And Mr. Zago, is that your verdict?
Straight to him and his fucking mug.
His reaction wasn't recorded as his term was read out, but Joseph Ferlazzo was sentenced to 45 years to life in prison, a punishment many have argued was unexpectedly lenient. He was subsequently investigated for the cold case murder of his stepmother. No charges have since been filed, and the case remains open to this day.
He definitely killed his stepmom too. Wow, what a video. Oh my God. I have not hated anyone as much as I've hated that man through a screen in so long. You better get this react video out soon because the Santa hat already dates it. We'll just grok my hair. Let's grok my hair. We'll Israel GPT the hat out and then we'll grok some hair in. Yeah. And then we'll Sora the intro and Snapchat filter my pog face. Yeah, it'll be good.